I really felt sorry for a guy behind me because there were a couple women behind us that never stopped talking the whole show.
Oh, that's so annoying.
I mean, this guy, you could just tell his arms are folded because I turned around to see what was going on, and his wife was saying, hey, you want to switch places with me? And I got to thinking about how much money this couple spent on tickets.
Yeah.
And George Strait, Martina McBride, two of their favorite artists, they've probably looked forward to this for how many
saved up
weeks?
For this.
Yeah. And it might have even been a Valentine's Day weekend for them. Mm-hmm. And this gal would never shut up. And I mean, the louder they played, concerts kind of get louder as they go.
Oh, they have to get louder.
The louder she talked. And I think some of it was on her cell phone. You ever had anything like that happen to you?
2 years back, I went to a Joe D. Messina concert with my daughter. Similar thing. A couple women decided that they wanted to yell at the crowd and keep talking and playing on their phones. And I went and complained, and they came back, and the women started telling the guy that I'd been yelling and cussing at them, which all I did was tell them to sit down and shut up. I just happened to be lucky that night because I had quite a few people around me that didn't appreciate these women either. So my daughter and I got front row seats courtesy of the venue that we were at. And the two ladies were escorted out about halfway through the concert.
Good for you. Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Glad they did something about it because most of the time they don't. Yeah. Then you suffer more through the show.
I mean, I told the guy, I said, either they leave or something bad's going to happen here because I said I didn't pay for this. And I said, these two women here have got a real problem. And once they interviewed them and realized that they were the problem and all the people around us started yelling about throw them out and really enjoyed the show after that.
Why did they buy tickets for that show anyway? They wasted everybody else's money, but they wasted theirs in turn as well. I mean, to sit there and talk the entire time with the King George, and Martina McBride. Really?
Yeah, and the concert's more expensive, but I mean, the same thing when you're sitting in a movie theater. I mean, you pay upwards of if you get the popcorn and drinks and stuff like that, you're paying at least $20 a person, and then yap, texting. I'm like, what is the point?
Well, I've got to admit something. There's something starting to slip out online, and I need to be the first to tell everybody about this, but I've been preparing for a big event this summer. I mean, it is huge.
Okay.
Part of my vacation, I was swimming, and I have been accepted to the Olympics on the swim team. Michael Phelps, step on over. Move over, buddy.
What?
Yep.
This cannot be.
I am now part of the United States Olympic swim team.
Are you holding the stopwatch? Is that what's going on?
I'm going to be in London, so I've got to take some time off, and it just depends on how well I do, Melissa. If I keep winning these races, I'll just have to call in live from there for the show. You don't believe me?
No.
Go to Facebook. Go to my Facebook page, and it's all there, courtesy of Indie Atlantic Films and the 97 Country Facebook page. And you can see how I swim as fast as I do. I have a trick up my sleeve that nobody else has, and I think I've got Phelps and the rest of the competitors beat in the Olympics coming up. So.
And when is that again? When are the Olympics?
This summer.
When did beer pong and belly flopping become part of the Olympics?
I'm bringing home the gold, baby.
The thought of you in them spandex suits, I think I'm going to watch a Letterman show.
I'm right there with him.
Move so fast, you'll never see it.
I'll definitely have to check this out. You said you've got something on Facebook about it?
On my Facebook page, and we'll put it on the 97 Country website, and it's on the 97 Country Facebook page as well. If you spent $10,000 fighting a case, your special needs child at school, and the judge presiding over the case falls asleep in his chair.
I would be livid.
Allegedly, they dropped water bottles, made all kinds of noise, ruffled papers, and the judge was asleep.
Totally zonked out.
How can you rule over a case like that? Happened in Texas. Hopefully, they get a new trial. I think they're going to do that. Things are going to get all better. So, strange places you fell asleep, or somebody fell asleep on you.
The weirdest place I've ever fell asleep was the Hall of Presidents at Disney World.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of easy, actually.
Yeah, but I had my fiance and my daughter sitting beside me on either side, and my daughter's 3 years old, so she's not quiet. I still don't know how I did it.
Well, who woke you up?
Actually, Abe Lincoln did at the end of the presentation. I don't know how, but somehow it got me back up.
Nice, man. What's your name?
Joseph Wills.
Thanks, Joseph. You have a good one.
You too.
Good morning, 97 Country.
Good morning. We got an interesting place to fall asleep for. I didn't have myself after a colleague of mine. Sitting there on the platform during the missions conference at church. He was sitting up there in the pew right behind the speaker behind the pulpit. He had his hand propped reading the Bible. All of a sudden, the Bible hit the floor, and he fell right off the pew.
Ooh.
Right in front of everybody during the missions conference. he apologized, and not much was said about it, but right there, maybe 500 people or so.
What verse were you reading? Was he reading there?
He was. His excuse was he was dreaming about the Lord and the second coming.
Wow.
Well, I guess if you're going to use anything, it might as well be that.
Right.